Now we're back in Visual Studios, and the next thing that I want to do is create some variables to hold player stats, right? So that's what we're doing in this, is we're working on creating information that we're going to store over the course of a couple weeks to make kind of a game. And so part of that is going to be this, where we're going to have some player stats that are going to affect what the player can do. So we need a couple variables that do this. Now, in the header file, what this header file is, it's a header file for a class. And you could tell that because you could see here it says class P2 Gen API, because that's the name of my program, right? And it's saying my thing, and it has a colon here, and it says public UActor component. And so that is saying that I'm making a class of subclass, so it's a child class of UActor component. And since I'm doing that, and I'm going in here and we're creating variables, we want these to be public. We want people to be able to change and update these. We're going to put them inside our under public. So normally classes, the if you don't have it mentioned right up here, it's private. It means that only the class can make changes to it. So since we're going to put it down here in the body of it, or in the public part, it's going to be public. So the first thing we're going to want to add is property, UPROPERTY, and edit anywhere. So what UPROPERTY is, it's this kind of wrapper that Unreal has that allows us to use regular C++ code, so like creating a regular variable, but it's wrapping it so that Unreal Engine can see the actual variable name. So we're going to show that by this next step, where we're going to put information about it. So blueprint, read, write. We're going to give it a category, and the category is just something that we're making up, and it's player stats. And then on this line, we're going to have float movement speed equals 300.0f. So that's just giving it 300, and we're creating this item that Unreal is going to be able to see. And we're going to create another one that I'm just going to call float max health equals 100.0f. And you can see it's still perfectly happy with it, but we're not going to see it displayed in Unreal because it doesn't have this UPROPERTY. You're going to notice that we're going to have a lot of things, like right up here, it's not just class, it's UClass. So Unreal basically, it's one of the reasons why knowing C++ isn't necessarily a huge requirement for this class. Understanding programming concepts, understanding, being able to look at code and kind of discern what it's saying is important, but it's learning like a whole new language, because Unreal has its own, syntax for everything, and its own naming convention for everything. So some of the things are normal, like, right, that's regular C++ code, but UPROPERTY is definitely a new one. So we're going to go back to Unreal, and we're going to compile. And we're going to hopefully come look at the, component. And so maybe if we come here and click on components, and we're going to notice it's not here. And I realized I did something different, I didn't do something actually. And you'll notice I have a little asterisk here. That's because I didn't save it. So I have to hit save all. And now we're going to go compile again. We need the other window. So that compiled, and then hopefully when I go to the third person, you'll see I have player stat here showing, but I don't have, so I have the movement speed, but I do not have the max health. And the reason why I don't have the max health is because I didn't put it in the wrapper. I didn't put it in the UPROPERTY wrapper. So now that's what we're going to do, is we're going to go put the UPROPERTY, right? It's going to be the same kind of one. So we're just going to copy and paste it and save. Again, save early and often. And now we're going to come back and minimize this one, compile. Go into this one, and look, now we have our max health as well as our movement speed, which is exactly what we wanted. So that'll be it for this video, and I will see you in the next one.